Substitution
Bulls making a change here. Kings checked in. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got King. DeRozan out there with Vucevic. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. Johnson against LaVine. Graham kicks to Vassell. Inside, Bates Diop lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Vassell, the pass to Bassett. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be. And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Reversed hit home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Ball dishes to MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. 52 seconds left to play here in the first. Passes it to Johnson. The pass to Vassell. And the rejection by MP. It seems everyone wants a piece of MP. It was announced Mobile One will run a campaign centered all around him.
And hard to ignore the star power that MP has started to build. From his time in college until now, he's becoming a household name.
16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Graham. They get it back. Pass to Vassell. No good from outside. With 1 on the clock, that shot is off. The offense coming crazy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's Chicago ending the first quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got King. White is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
All I'm going to say is a few years ago, I did not expect this Bulls team to be in this position right now. They weren't dominating, but look at what they're doing now. It's a whole new era.
Zach Collins checked in for San Antonio. Jones kicks to Birch. Out to the right wing. Steps back and fires. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. The Chicago team, Richard, has managed to turn things around after a string of 4 losing seasons.
And that's why you never count a team out. A few smart trades, some good draft pickups, that's all it takes for you to ascend the rankings and become a top team in this league.
And the right coach. Clearly, Billy was the right coach for this team.
Oh, yeah, and that too. Definitely a good coach.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys go.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Wow.
Here's Caruso. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. King, that's good. And one thing you can say with MP, Greg, and if he belongs on an NBA floor, he certainly passes the eye test.
And that's always how MP has been as a player. The raw numbers don't jump out at him, but you can see his impact on the floor.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made it. Last three postseasons, former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there. And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Javonte Green, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The three from MP. Birch grabs the board. Spurs trail by 10. And it's off from three-point range. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. In this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
These guys are looking forward to this year now, putting last season behind him. And even though he didn't see a ton of time on the floor in his 1 year in college, nobody doubted Patrick Williams and his upside.
San Antonio calls timeout, and it didn't take long for Williams to live up to his potential.
No, and that's where basketball can be so fun.
So it's Chicago with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The Bulls. 50.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this substitute for the Bulls. Javonte Green comes in for Zach LaVine, and King subbed in for White. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Green. And now it's up to 25 points for MP. And San Antonio shooting 40% from the field. Now here's Graham. He's got 5 on the wing. Johnson. Back to Graham. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Devontae Green. McDermott is out there with Khem Birch. And it's Bassey in at the 4-man position. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank Greg dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
That's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? And they could knock down the triple.
To the inside. It's good. Nice touch there from Birch.
Outstanding outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
The three from MP. Rebounded by McDermott. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. He's always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Jones checked in for Devontae Graham. And a change for the Bulls. Andre Drummond's checked in for Green. And so he makes both from the line. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. The three from MP. Buries it from three-point range. Kings got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
It's good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Bulls? Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Kicks to McDermott. On the wing, Jones. Over Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Knocks it loose. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's King. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
And that one drops for him. King's got 38 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
McDermott, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Here's King. A rebound by the Spurs. Bassey's got 4 rebounds in this game. To end the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he said, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit. All good things that can get you ready for action. I'm for.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Down low, here's Birch. Second chance shot. Chicago grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
MP looking around. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. King's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Chicago.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's McDermott. Good D by Drummond.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. A dominating performance for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Out to the right wing. Back to Jones. McDermott for three. Rebound, Andre Drummond.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
King outside. Over McDermott. Drummond trying to get himself free. And again, another basket there from King.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Substitution on the court.
Back to Jones. Into the lane. Banked in off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's King. It's in.
And they came in determined. To take this one, it's going to be a